something is wrong. You're overwhelmed, behind on everything, running on no sleep, and someone who loves you says, "Let me help." And before you've even thought about it, you're already saying, "I've got it." You haven't got it. Not really. But the words come out anyway, fast, automatic, like a reflex you don't control. Maybe they push a little. Maybe they ask again, and something in you tightens. Not gratitude, not relief, something closer to alarm. You start listing reasons it's fine. You're used to this. It's not that bad. You'd rather just push through. You'll figure it out like you always do. And they back off, because what else can they do? And you go back to carrying it alone, telling yourself, this is just who you are. Capable, low maintenance, someone who doesn't need much. But somewhere underneath that, if you're honest, there's an exhaustion that's been building for years. A tiredness that has nothing to do with how much you're doing, and everything to do with how long you've been doing it without anyone holding any of it with you. You know how to survive completely on your own. What you don't know is why the idea of leaning on someone feels more frightening than the exhaustion itself. Here are 8 signs you learn to be hyper-independent, and why asking for help stopped feeling like an option a long time ago. Someone offers to help and the refusal is already out of your mouth before you've weighed it. It's not a decision. It's a reflex, faster than thought, faster than the part of you that might actually want the help. This isn't confidence. It's a nervous system that learned at some point that relying on your own hands was the only reliable option. Somewhere along the way, needing someone stopped feeling safe, so your body built a shortcut around it. You don't consider help. You deflect it automatically, every time. That's not weakness. That's a system doing exactly what it was trained to do. Someone brings you soup when you're sick, or checks in on you, or tries to carry something for you, and instead of relaxing into it, you tense up. You feel exposed, watched, like you owe them something now, or like you've become a burden they'll regret taking on. For many people, being cared for brings relief. For you, it can bring a low hum of danger. Care may have become linked with disappointment, obligation, exposure, or feeling unsafe. So your body learned to treat care as a threat instead of a comfort. You've quietly arranged things so you never have to ask. You have backup plans for your backup plans. You know how to fix it, move it, pay for it, or handle it yourself before anyone even finds out there was a problem. From the outside, this looks like impressive self-sufficiency. From the inside, it's armor. Every system you've built exists, so you never have to feel the particular fear of needing someone and finding out they're not there. You didn't build this life because you wanted to do everything alone. You built it because at some point, alone was the only version of safe you had. You're the one people call. You show up, you fix things, you carry other people's weight without a second thought, and you're good at it. But when it's reversed, when someone tries to do for you what you do for everyone else, something in you resists so hard it's almost physical. Giving help keeps you in control. Receiving it means trusting someone else to show up the way you've always shown up for others, and some part of you has never believed that trade goes both ways. When someone else takes the lead, handles the plan, makes the call, you don't feel lighter. You feel unsettled, like you need to double-check everything yourself before you can actually rest. Control isn't a preference for you. It's the thing standing between you and a feeling you learned to fear early. Being at the mercy of someone else's timing, mood, or follow-through. Letting go of control doesn't feel like trust. It feels like free-falling with no idea if anyone's there to catch you. "I'm fine" comes out even when you're not. You downplay how hard things are, round your struggles down, make sure no one has a reason to feel obligated toward you. This isn't modesty, it's protection. If no one knows how much you're carrying, no one can disappoint you by not helping with it. You'd rather manage the pain alone than risk asking and hearing silence back. At some point, you didn't decide to stop needing people. You just stopped expecting them to come through, so asking quietly disappeared from your options. Not because you don't want support, because wanting it and not getting it hurt more than never asking in the first place. Self-sufficiency became the safer bet. When you're in charge of it all, carrying it all, managing it all, there's a strange calm in that, even though it's exhausting, because as long as you're the one holding it, nothing can be dropped by someone else. Nothing can catch you off guard. The exhaustion is real, but so is the certainty. And certainty has always felt safer to you than being cared for ever did. None of this means you're broken, or too much, or built wrong. It means at some point, depending on someone let you down in a way that mattered, and your mind made a very reasonable decision. If I only rely on myself, I can never be failed again. That decision made sense once. It probably kept you safe. The problem is that a strategy built to protect you from disappointment can also make care feel like something you have to refuse. But safety and connection aren't the same thing, and you were never meant to carry everything alone forever. But hyper-independence has a quieter cost that shows up in a different way. In how much you explain yourself, justify yourself, and prepare your defense before anyone's even accused you of anything. That's next.